students, welcome in this video. This is the continuous class of chapter 5. In this video I'll give you the exercises of 5.2 and 5.3. We will see some more types of set. So let's start 5.2. Here is exercise 5.2 and there are 5 questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question number 5th is match the following. This question I will give you in the notes, and question number 1, 2, 3, 4. From that question I'll give you 3 questions from each. So let's do it. This is exercise 5.2 and the first question. We need to identify that which question is equivalent set. Equivalent set I already explained in last video. Equivalent set means if two sets are given, then the number of element in both the set will be equal. Only the number of element. So question number 1 is set E is x such as x is a prime factor of 25. So how many number will come? How many element will come in set E? So prime factor of 25 means 5 and 25. Now set F equals to x such as x is a multiple of 5 which is below than 45. So we need to write the multiple of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We need to write below than 45. So how many number of element in set A? It's 1 and 2. And number of element in F 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is set E and F is not equivalent set. Is not equivalent set. Now question number B is set C is MNOP, number of element in set C is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now number of element in set D, it is also 1, 2, 3, 4. It means both of the set has same number of element. So these set C and set D are both equivalent set. These are both equivalent set. Now question number C is if A is equals to number of element in set A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and in set B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both the set has same number of element, so set A is equivalent with set B. Now question number 2. Here is question number 2. We need to identify which pair of set are equal set. So equal set I have already explained you. Equal set, both the element of C should be in the element of D. So set C equals to -1, -2, -3, -3, -2. I told you these numbers are repeated here. In a set, number should not be repeated. It will be -1, -2 and -3 only. And set D equals to -2, -3, -1. Here also -1 is repeated more times, -2 is repeated more times. But the actual number, the main number is only -1, -2 and -3. Here in set C, 1, 2, 3 with the negative sign, and set D -1, -2, -3. Both the element are same in both the set. So set C is equals to set D. These both set are equal. Now question number B. Set G and set H. G is having 1 to 9 and H is having 0 to 8. So what is the difference here? Here is extra 9 and here is extra 0. And rest of all elements are same, but 9 is not same, 0 is not same. So set G is not equals to set H. Now question number C. Set E is X such as X, odd number. X is greater than 15 and smaller than 25. Here is odd number. And F is even number. These two numbers cannot match with each other. So set A, E is not equals to set F. Let's do question number 3. Here question number 3, we need to identify that which one is singleton set and empty set. So first question A is the set of all negative whole numbers. Here is given whole numbers and it starts from 0 to infinite. And there is not any negative number in whole number, so this will be empty set. This will be empty set. B is the set of even prime number. We all know the even prime number is only one, that is 2. That is 2. And only one element is here, so this will be singleton set. Now A, set A is equals to S. S is single number, so it will be also singleton set. Now question number D is X such as X is a month having 32 days. 12 months are there in a year and there is not any month which has 32 days, so it will be empty set. Now last question is X such as X is natural number. X is greater than 100 and smaller than 101 and there is not any number between 100 and 101, so this will be also empty set. Now let's do question number 4. That's question number 4. We need to find out which one is finite set and infinite set. So first question is the set of all the factors of 1000. So we need to write all the factors till 1000. Here is a limitation of the numbers. So this will be finite set. Now question number B is the set of all the multiples of 15. We need to write the multiple of 15, but the final number is not given here. Till up to where we need to write the multiples of 15. So this will be infinite. If there is not any limitation of the numbers, that will be infinite. C. Integers between minus 100 and 100. Here is limitation. We need to write till 100 from minus 100. So this will be finite set because here is limitation. D. Collection of radii in circle. We cannot count the radius of circle. That how many radius are there in one circle. So this will be infinite. And the last question, the set of all districts in India. So every state has a limited district. So we can count the whole district of India. So this will be finite set. Now we have completed 5.2. Remaining 1-2 question I will give you as notes, and the last question, which is match the column. Now we will see some more types of set, and then last we will do exercise 5.3. Here are some more types of set: disjoint set, overlapping set and universal set. What is disjoint set? Are there, two sets are there, and their elements are not common. Set A, for example, set A and set B. Two sets are here. Their elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and B set 6, 7, 8, 9. So if there is not any common element between A and B, these are called this disjoint set. Now overlapping set, if at least one common element in both the set, that will be overlapping set. For example, set P and set Q. Set P is equals to A, B, C, D, P, and set Q is equals to A, B, F, G. Here two elements are common, so it will be overlapping set. Now universal set. If two sets are given, for example set A and set B, set A is given A, E, I, O, U, and set B is given 1, 2, 3. Then we will write universal set and it is denoted as U, both the element which comes in universal set. A, E, I, O, U, 1, 2, 3. The element which present in A and B, that combinedly will be called universal set. Let's see exercise 5.3, which is on the basis of these three sets. So we will do 5.3 now. Here is exercise 5.3, question number 1 and 2, and from each question there are 5 questions, exercises. So I'll give you first question ABC and question number 2 ABC. Here is 5.3, question number 1. We need to identify that which pair of sets are overlapping and disjoint set. So question number A. Set A is given all the negative numbers minus 50, minus 40 up to 0. And set B is given 10, all the positive number. Here not any numbers, not any element is common. So this will be disjoint set. Now B. X such as X is a whole number. X is below than 50. So we can start whole number from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on up to 50. Now set Y is X such as X is an integer. X is greater than minus 10. So minus 10 means number will be minus 9, minus 8, minus 7, and there can be 0. 0 will be the common element in both the set, so it can be overlapping. Now see, P is equals to first 10 prime numbers. First 10 prime numbers means 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and Q is equals to first 10 even number. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Here 2 is in common. Element 2 is common in both the set P and set Q. So both the set is overlapping set. Now we will do question number 2. Here is exercise 5.3, question number 2. We need to write the set in universal set. I told you universal set that it is denoted by U or E. So universal set of A and B will be, we need to write all the element of A and B combinedly. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H I J. This is the universal set of A and B. Now question number B. Set A is equals to minus 1, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, minus 9 and minus 10. Set B equals to minus 2, minus 3, minus 5 or minus 7. So universal set is equals to minus 1, 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9 and minus 10. That is the universal set of A and B. Now C. So universal set for this is all the even numbers start from 2 up to till 18. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. This is the universal set. Here we have completed 5.3. Remaining question you can see in the notes. And one more thing, we have given you Google form. So if I am giving you Google form of chapter 2 or chapter 3, so you have any doubt for chapter 2, that particular chapter, only that particular chapter, you can ask the question, you can respond for that particular chapter, not for the, as I have given you, clarify your doubt on chapter 5 and you ask question from chapter 2, chapter 3, this is not possible. So if I have given you the doubt, clarify your doubt for chapter 2, ask your question only for chapter 2. So we will meet with our next exercise, chapter 6. Till then, goodbye and take care.